Hey guys, what's up? It is your friendly neighborhood Uwees here, back again with another Binding of Isaac Afterbirth video. We're doing the daily run for Sunday. Doing the daily run for Sunday, and we're Samson. Let's go for it. I am excited. I'm excited. We're killing Mega Satan. Alright, let's go. Alright, Papa Fly. You're gonna have to go ham, alright? You're gonna have to, like, figure out, right? First, you're gonna have to figure out how in the fuck you're gonna be useful, right? And then secondly, you're gonna have to go ham, right? I want you to Papa Fly, of course, is who I'm still referring to. I've been talking to him for a while. So, Papa Fly, what you're gonna need to do, bro, is become ham. You're just gonna have to transform your body, transmogrify your body into ham. Alright? Can you do that? If you can do that, I mean, we'll be good here. If you can't do that, then I'm sorry, Papa Fly. I don't want you in my life. Or something like that. I don't know. I don't fucking know. So, I don't know what's going on, but this morning when I woke up, it felt like I had swallowed a spider last night. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys have ever had this experience where you wake up and it just feels like there was a bug that you ate in the night. And I don't know a good way to describe it. It feels like you recently swallowed something, right? It feels like it was like, oh shit, yeah, a combination of just like a sore throat, but also like you just swallowed a tortilla chip fully. Right, just like an entire tortilla chip and just swallowed it without breaking it up at all. It's like a combination of that feeling, which I've come to accept is the feeling of swallowing a spider in your sleep. Even though that's just, you know, more or less a myth. The thing that it's like, in your lifetime, you'll swallow, what's the number, like 7 spiders or something in your sleep? Which is just purely a myth. It was just a thing that some douche came up with to scare people. But I'm sure the average person probably has swallowed at least one spider in their sleep in their lives. The thing is, right, spiders, depending on the one, they do like deep, dark places that are kind of wet, right? So the mouth seems like a pretty regular spot. Or the anus, but mostly the mouth because it's uncovered a lot of the time. And so, yeah, I mean, sure, I'm almost certain that some number of spiders have been ate in human history, unintentionally. Some large number, in fact. I'm pretty sure it's got to be pretty large. But yeah, the idea that it's like, you know, this widespread thing that everybody does it, you know, double digits in their lives or whatever. Yeah, that's horseshit. But I do feel like I swallowed a spider in my sleep. I don't know. It's weird. You know what I also feel like? I feel like a truck just slammed into me. I don't know why. I feel like butts today. Just mondo butts. But that's alright. Because now we're playing Binding of Isaac. So everything is okay. So this might be the worst case scenario. I didn't really want that. Yeah. Fuck, dude. I knew I was gonna take red heart damage like immediately. The thing is, right? This worst case scenario is miraculously worse than it normally would be because of the neutral flies that were on the poop in the corners. But this champion Dingle is one of the worst things ever. This guy sucks so much ass. I hate him. I hate him so much. Alright. It's alright, though. It's okay. I'll survive. I would like a bomb, if you would be so kind. Alright, there we go. Okay, well. I think it's one more room to the right and then down. Nope. Okay, well. I guess we've explored everywhere then. Sure. Fuck. Dicks. Alright. I don't like this. I don't like the no bombs at all. Don't ask me how I didn't get hit by that red poop. I entirely expected to get hit by that red poop. I'm just lucky or something. Oh, burnt penny would be so good. Oh, so recently, guys, very recently, I finally saw Demolition Man. If you don't know about Demolition Man, you, first of all, need to just Google it. And secondly, you need to watch it. It is the kind of movie that does everything wrong in terms of being critical of movies. Like if you're just straight critical of movies, like if you're a movie critic, Demolition Man does everything wrong. But here's the thing. When it comes to being a cult classic, Demolition Man does everything right. And sometimes I just want to take my brain out and enjoy a movie. Oh, I don't have a key. And Demolition Man allows me to do that. I can just take my brain, just plunk it on the table in front of me, and then watch it. I'm so sorry. I can't stop. But what's so fucking good about it is that it doesn't take itself seriously. I knew it. It doesn't take itself seriously. The biggest problem I have with movies similar to Demolition Man, just in general, is that they always tend to just take themselves very seriously, right? And then it's like, nobody like takes a step back during the process, and they're like, hey guys, this is pretty fucking dumb, huh? I mean, this is dumb, right? You know, nobody does that. But in Demolition Man, clearly somebody did that at some point down the line. And if you don't know what Demolition Man is about, the gist is that this guy, I don't know, was it gang related? I'm not quite sure. But he got hunted down by the police after doing horrible things to, I think it was LA. And it was at, I think it was at like the beginning of this new thing where they would cryogenically freeze people for their court hearing many years down the road or something like that. Anyway, they cryogenically froze both the gang guy played by Wesley Snipes and the cop who destroyed shit, which was Sylvester Stallone. And they both got frozen, and then the story picks up like 30 or 40 years later or something like that. I think it's like 2036 or something along those lines, which is funny because that's not really that far in the future, but it's so, they try to make it seem like it so much. It's so cute. But in fairness, the movie was from 1993, so I mean, yeah, sure, they tried or something. But it's funny because in this future, this utopian future, there's no crime, and the police are just there kind of as an artifact, and they just kind of exist and sit in a room and shit, and just talk about things, and do really nothing at all, and you know, and then Wesley Snipes gets unfrozen, and then murder death kills several people. Because, you know, that's what it's referred to as, is murder, death, kill. I don't like this room. So he murder, death, kills several people, and then they're like, we don't know how to deal with this, we're just police! And then, you know, the whole thing goes down. It's pretty cool. I mean, I enjoyed the movie a lot. I think probably one of my favorite parts is the fact that there's only one restaurant left, and that's Taco Bell. They're the only restaurant that survived the franchise wars. Oh my god, it's so good. I need to like immediately rewatch it because I was watching it on TV with my dad, And so I think I missed some little bits and pieces of it. I want to watch it, you know, just alone in a masturbatory fashion. I'm sorry, I didn't take radar damage, did I? I definitely didn't on this floor, right? I mean, I know I picked up Ghost Baby, but come on, man. Why you gotta do me like that? Do me dirty like that? I don't understand. I also would like a key, please. That wouldn't be too hard, huh? Thanks. Appreciate that. Okay, well, it's fine. Box of spiders, not great. Is it worth it? Yeah, fuck it. Box of spiders is not bad. Not great, but not bad. Anyway, Demolition Man is pretty great. It is like, I don't know, man. It's pretty much perfect. And I heard people talking about it for the longest time. And I never really gave enough of a shit. I don't know. I always just thought that, like, I don't actually know what I thought. I just kind of didn't give a shit. I just didn't really think about it. I heard people talking about it and was just like, eh, whatever. You know, that sort of thing. But now that I've seen it, I have a very different opinion. My opinion is pretty much explicitly, holy fuck, it's the best movie that was ever made. 11 out of 10. Movie of the year, all years. Right? That's how I feel about it. Okay. So, this run's not bad, but it's not great. The lack of keys is starting to peeve me off, cheese me off, you know? It's starting to get my... grab... It's... I don't know how to... get my gander? I don't know, man. I mean, I am a goose. So gander's like the proper terminology, right? Gaggle, by the way, is the correct terminology for a group of geese. It's a gaggle of geese. It's true. Look it up. I promise you. It's also the best. Gaggle is great. Oh yeah, I also did a thing where, because my brother, he made me a fucking GIF. That is basically just, it's pretty great. It's very Wallace and Gromit-esque. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably saw it. It's basically, there's a goose who's in, like, essentially the bionic pants from Wallace and Gromit. Just hitting buttons like crazy and looking crazy as fuck. He made that for me. And so I was using it, and I spent a couple hours just fucking around with it, because I was like, it would be funny if I made this into like an intro type thing. I don't know if I'm gonna use it for like more formal videos or what, but I like the way it turned out. I'm not gonna show you. But I don't know. I thought it was funny. It made me laugh. I mean, it doesn't take much to make me laugh, but it did make me laugh. These suck ass, so just take the key and move on with my life then. But I've noticed it's really, really hard to pick music for things like that, because if I want it to be on YouTube, of course, it has to be free of copyright, right? Or if it's copywritten, it's got to be pretty much from a game. Game music is in this weird gray area of fair use. Fair use, first of all, if you guys don't know things about like fair use and intellectual property laws, it's basically the Wild West, all right, on the internet. Like it's fucking weird. Do some research into it, and you'll realize that a lot of it's just kind of like assumed, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to really describe. But like, you know, if, for example, let's bring up the example of the meme-themed restaurant that I was talking about some number of episodes ago. right? So memes, to some degree, would be intellectual property, right? They have to be. Somebody created them each at some point, right? But the thing is, right, there's like a certain point that it could get to. Memes are pretty much at that point where it's like nobody could really prove ownership of any individual meme. So you're pretty much free to do with them whatever you please, unless, for example, I don't know, what's a hot meme that the kids are all about today? Bad Luck Brian? Sure. So if Brian himself, his name isn't Brian, I'm pretty sure. I think he like came out on Reddit at some point and did an AMA. But the point is, if Brian, not Brian, were to come out and be like, hey guys, stop using my meme. Well, the thing is, people wouldn't stop. At least not on websites where, you know, they're not monetizing things or whatever. It would probably have to be taken down from somewhere like, I don't know, 9gag or Funny Junk. Those are still around, right? Probably. But, you know, it would be on Imgur and as such Reddit and, I don't know, probably not 4chan. Because they've moved on from those fucking plebeian memes. Probably. Someday they'll be back in vogue, though. But yeah, if he was like, hey, you can no longer use my face, then, you know, you wouldn't be able to do anything with the Bad Luck Brian meme in terms of monetization. But, for the most part, you can just pretty much do whatever the fuck you want with memes. So, yeah, basically, IP laws on the internet are the fucking Wild West of law. I hate everything about this, alright? What do I do? Look at how the bomb flies are bouncing. It's so fucky. It's so bizarre. What made me start that conversation? I don't remember. It's too late now. Some would say that it's too late to apologize. It's too late. I'll take a little baggie. Infested! Yeah, there you go. I'll buy it. I'll buy it just because, fuck it. What am I going to do with my money? I'm not buying it because I think it's very useful. Oh, right. The conversation started because I was talking about using music. Right. Alright, so basically, the way it boils down is you can use video game music in non-video game related things under fair use, I guess, unless they actually individually tell you you can't. I don't know. It's fucking weird, alright? And the weirdest thing about fair use law is that, like, that's not good. That's not bad. That's... Alright. That's pretty good, huh? But, anyway, what I was gonna say was, so, YouTube is very weird about fair use, because you can do things under fair use. By the way, this is a true thing. You can use clips of music, licensed music, up to a certain amount of time, I think it's 10 seconds, under fair use. You can do that. But if the record company is like, hey, you can't do that, stop, then you gotta stop. And because of that, YouTube, they have an automated copyright system that, first of all, is fucking horseshit. But secondly, you basically can't do that. You basically can't actually use any amount of music on YouTube. And the reason that is because the automated system will pull up a match, and then it's like, hey, this is licensed music. You can't do this without permission. And even if you have permission, the automated system will be like, you can't do this. And then you have to, like, you know, contact somebody, and it's this whole thing. So most people just don't bother. Which is unfortunate, because fair use is a very important Law? Yeah, I guess it's law, yeah. But it's very important. So it's very bad if it's just taken away, you know. But sometimes it's more trouble than it's worth. Which sucks. But yeah, so for music, for the intro, I wanted to do, I'll be honest, I wanted to do some dubstep because irony is great. I wanted to just do some dubstep because I was like, that would be hilarious. And then I wanted to do the Kill Bill, fuck, what's the name of it? The weep, 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 that, you know what I'm talking about. Where Beatrix Kiddo sees somebody, you know? That one. You know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't seen Kill Bill, you've probably heard it anyway. Come on. Oh, alright, well, cool. I will absolutely take sad bombs and be very happy about it. That was a pretty good boss rush. So, what I ended up going with, by the way, let me pause this while I crack open a nice hot Dr. Pepper. It's not hot, I mean, it's cold, but you know what I'm saying. But song-wise, I ended up going with Shovel Knight. Specifically the track titled The Rival, because I thought it fit pretty well. I honestly, I wanted, like, I thought it would be hilarious, right? To, like, take a Skrillex song, right? And then just have cuts whenever the song would, like, go, right? Whenever anything, any beat would happen in the song, it would cut, right? And show, like, a different shot of the exact same GIF every time, and it would just jump around for, like, you know, a few seconds and then be done. And I mean, that kind of, the idea more or less stayed alive, but I couldn't go with a Skrillex song, of course, because I didn't want to deal with that horseshit. That entire load of ass that comes with trying to use a real song. Bad trip. But I think it turned out pretty cool. I don't know, you might see it at some point. It kind of initially was intended just as a fun project, and then as I was working on it, I was like, yeah, maybe I want to actually use this. And it mostly started as a fun project because I like video editing a lot, and I don't video edit these, like I don't do any editing, because my computer's really ass, so the amount of time and effort it would take to edit, and it's not the time, I'm not referring to just the time it would take to edit, I'm mostly referring to the time it would take to render prior to uploading, and because of the rate of this content that I'm putting out, it's just not reasonable to add so much extra time to the turnaround. So that's why I don't really edit. And that, and also I don't think Let's Plays need editing, to be honest with you. There's very specific instances where I think they might, but eh. Well, I guess it depends on a few other factors as well. Like Achievement Hunter, their Let's Plays, yeah, I can see why they're edited. I understand that, right? But I don't know. I think on average, oh well. Yeah. Okay. Well, I can see why those are edited, right? And it's mostly because they record like so much footage, and then they just kind of cut together the important pieces, right? But in terms of the kind of format I do, I don't think editing is required at all, to be honest. I know some people still want to do editing and shit like that, but I don't think so. I think editing, when it comes to the informal Let's Play format, I think editing dilutes it, right? Not even dilute, it would dilute. Not delude. But it would dilute it, right? Because the way I see it is that these are supposed to be honest, genuine reactions, right? The draw of Let's Plays is that it's people reacting to themselves playing video games. Like it's watching somebody play a video game, which is enjoyable in and of itself, combined with the fact, damn it, that it's almost like a first reaction to the game. And obviously, once you've played a game for so long, it's not really a first reaction, but you're still reacting to like the things that are happening in any given episode, right? And I think that's the main draw of Let's Plays, is this reaction coupled with the fact that you just wanted to watch somebody play a video game. So I don't really agree with the idea of editing to cut together, you know, the quote best reactions, because it's not genuine, you know. And I'm all about genuine reactions. So says the man who freaks out like a fucking child sometimes. Listen, all right. Sometimes I ham it up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Everybody does. But that's less to do with trying to be disingenuous, and it's much more, I'd say it's much more of like a subconscious sort of thing where you know that you're almost performing to some extent. I don't know. Because if you just look up, just generally, if you just look up people who are not actors who are doing acting for the first time, everybody overacts. Right? Like, it's so hard to not overact. And then some people do it, you know, for many, many years, like William Shatner. But it's super hard not to overact, because it's this... I'm so sorry for the way that my throat's been this episode. I'm clearing it nonstop. I am so sorry. But, it's like this subconscious thing where you feel like you need to, you feel like you're putting on a performance, you know? And in some cases you are. But like, I don't know, when I say it's subconscious, I'm fairly confident that it is a very subconscious thing. You just kind of involuntarily do it. And the reason it's off-putting to a lot of people is because those people have never been in that kind of situation. You know, most people who criticize Let's Plays have never actually tried to record one themselves. And they just are clearly misinformed, you know. God damn it! What is in my throat, dude? I need to just have... you know what I need? I need to just grab a cup, fill it with honey, and just drink that. That's what I need to do. I just need to consume... Alright, that was not horseshit at all. Oh wait, it was. Never mind. But I need to just consume a fucking cup of honey, man. What would be a large measurement of honey that wouldn't cause damage to myself? What would be a not unhealthily large amount of honey that would still be considered very large by many people? What did you say? Like a vat? How do you measure vats, by the way? I know barrels are, that barrel is literally a measurement, but I don't know about vats. I don't know. Is there like a standard vat? These are things that I don't know. Oh my god, I'm in range. Please don't hit me. Okay, I found a safe spot. Okay. Alright, I'm good. Yeah, okay. I expected that wholeheartedly. This is horseshit. Ah! It's so hard to actually clean up the extras, all of the random little mobs. When you have Mom's Knife, specifically. Okay, you need to chill the fuck out, bro. I don't like the idea of you doing that multiple times. Senor. What hit me? Oh my god, okay, I see what hit me. How do I deal with this? It's so difficult, dude. I just have to, like... I really just have to play it super slow once dudes spawn. Shit! You know what I should do? I should have done that a long time ago. I also have no idea how I'm not gonna get hit. How I'm gonna avoid taking damage here. Oh, that barely didn't reach. That's horseshit. Please don't hit me. I'm just staying put, man. I'm just staying put. Oh my god, dude. Alright, I need to just focus him. I need to take Hush out. I also need to, like, somehow weave through this fucking conglomeration of ass. Just an entire conglomeration of it, man. Holy shit, dude! This is fucking balls, man. Oh my god. What the fuck? This is the worst it's ever been. The worst it's ever been. What the fuck was that? What was that? You saw that? What was that? I'm baffled, man. I'm honestly, legitimately baffled as to how in the fucking shitty tit fuck I was supposed to get out of that without taking, you know, 10 damage. Apparently, I need to Zerg the final phase. I think that's the strat. I never realized how fucking horseshit that final phase was, but now that I've seen it, like, play out, I think it's literally, I just need to get him into that final phase and then just hard Zerg. Just hard Zerg, man. And if you don't know what I'm saying, play a video game once or twice. Thanks. I do find it fascinating, though, how there's terminology that gets spread around, you know, from video game to video game, that is so ubiquitous in video game culture now, even if you're not playing the game, any game that's even in, like, the same branch of games as to where the term is originally from, right? So, like, the term Zerging obviously comes from StarCraft, because Zerg, the race, is all about just sheer numbers and just basically throwing corpses at people, right? That's not literally how it plays out most of the time, but that's the gist, right? That's where the term comes from. Obviously, in StarCraft, the Zerg race generally is played quite differently from just make a bunch of dudes in 1A, but that's essentially what Zerging means. And there's more shit like that. I mean, Day 9 was actually talking about it in a recent stream. I don't remember. Oh, GG and BM were the two ones he was talking about mostly. The term BM came from a StarCraft pro, apparently. And he was literally just trying to come up with a way to describe somebody who was being a douche. And he just called them bad-mannered. And it stuck. And here we are today, and we call things BM. And it's just kind of, I don't know, it's a very common thing. It's a very common statement. Maybe too common in certain games. Hearthstone. People get bummed mad about, quote, BM in Hearthstone. I say quote because most of the shit they complain about is not even BM, dude. It's like, I mean, it might be BM if you're talking like Babby's first BM, you know? I don't know. I think one thing that Hearthstone needs, to be honest with you, and you might be like, that would promote toxicity. That's not good for a video game. Well, here's the thing. First of all, what I'm about to say, you might disagree with. But I think Hearthstone pros need to just fucking grow a pair and learn how to abuse the psychological aspect of video gaming. Right? Everybody knows that when somebody like top decks a victory, you know, whoever is on the receiving end is gonna fucking tilt out of control, right? Well, maybe not completely out of control, but you know, you're gonna get put on tilt by certain things. Use that! Put people on tilt, you fucking pansies! Golly. Like, people in the Hearthstone community get ostracized for saying well played, like, before the opponent's turn ends when they have lethal in hand or whatever, right? Like, fucking come on, man. If I was a Hearthstone pro, when I had lethal, I would, like, fuck with them, right? I would spend time to, especially if this was in, like, a best of something format, right? If we were playing more than one game, which most of them are, like Conquest, for example, right? That's not a bad score. I'll take that score. That rank is not that good, but whatever. But yeah, basically, I, like, let's say my opponent's on 7 life, right? And I have 5 damage on board, and I'm a mage, right? And then I draw the fireball off the top. Most people would probably be like, oh, I'll just fireball his face and then ping, and that's it. But what I would do, maybe, is I would, like, think about it. I'd sit there, and I'd be like, you know, I'd think about what would I do if I was in this situation and I didn't have lethal. What would I do? And then I would start making the motions as if I was doing that, right? And I'd, you know, like, try and board control or something. And then after figuring out that I can't really board control, see that there's no good trades, I'd just hit him in the face, put him to 1, say well played, and then fireball his face, right, as I'm roping. Like, that's what I would do, because that would tilt them out of control. And then I'd win the next game almost by default, because they're tilted. Why don't people do that? I don't know. Whatever, man. Like, yeah, it's disrespectful. Absolutely. But who gives a shit? You're in a competitive game, right? The psychological aspect is as important as every other part. So just fucking abuse it, man. Use it and abuse it. I don't know, man. People are stupid and just don't want to actually do everything it takes to win. Because they're like, it doesn't, you know, it's not showing my skill if I tilt them and then win that way. Yeah, who gives a shit? I don't give a shit if people think I'm skilled if I won thousands of dollars playing a children's card game, you know? Come on, who fucking cares? If people disrespect you because you BM in, you know, competitive games or whatever, who fucking cares, man? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that good shit, and I'll see you guys back again later tomorrow with another Binding of Isaac Afterbirth video. Oh, God, I really need to finish unlocking shit. There's a bunch I still have to do. Not a lot, actually. I'm mostly unlocked in terms of Afterbirth. I'm mostly good. I pretty much just have to do Guardian, and let's actually check. What do I need to do? I need to do Guardian. I need to do Keeper, Hard Mode, everything. I gotta do Lost, Greed Mode. I need to do Mega Satan on pretty much everyone. I think we've done Hush on everybody. Except Keeper. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm pretty close to done. I'm pretty close. So, I don't know. Hopefully we'll unlock more shit. If I don't, I'll probably at least be having fun. So, I'll see you guys then. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and bye-bye.